Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. How is everyone feeling? Midday, yeah? We got a bit of energy? That's great. So I just think, Hugh, what's your name?
Alex.
Alex, come here. What do you have over here? What is this?
I got some headsets.
Some headsets? Yeah, come bring them to stage. So everyone, my name is Michael, but actually it's Michael. Can you maybe try and say Michael? Let's try it all together. 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Love it. Thank you for the participation. So listen, I have something really important to tell you today. It's so important that when I thought about it, like my mind was exploding, and I said, how am I even going to tell you this thing that is so important it might change your life? It's like blue pill, red pill. I don't know. So I just thought maybe I'll start with something a bit just entertaining. Did you ever wonder, Alex, how all those VR headsets are a little bit like a theater mask?
That's a great point.
Right? Like if you basically, each headset that you put is like a little bit of a different character from a kind of like a commedia dell'arte. And my point is, we're not just seeing things, we are becoming things, right? So what I'm going to tell you today, it's something I've been thinking for a while. It's how the lines between work and leisure are kind of blurring, right? How work is not just grind and play is not just for kids. It's like this huge shift that is coming, and I call it the play economy. But who am I? Okay, so I was a kid growing up in a family of theater makers, right? My mom was an actress, my dad a director. Every family meal was like a rehearsal. You know, my mom was doing spaghetti and rehearsing the lines. I didn't know if she's my mom or Cleopatra. And my sister, she's also a writer. Everything she saw at home, she put on the stage. One day she told me, hey, your Michael Jackson moves. I want to put you on the stage. I said, yeah, right. And then I found out myself performing here on the Vienna Theater, playing my Michael Jackson moves, and even winning the Austrian Oscars, you know, the Nestroy. And I even got a citizenship, but that's another story. The thing is, I realized play is a really serious business in my family, right? It can take me to really interesting places. So I thought, maybe not Michael Jackson, maybe I want to be Mark Zuckerberg, right? I want to really take Shakespeare literally. I want to make the world a stage. I want every person to become an actor. So I entered VR in 2015, and I created an app to tell stories and location-based virtual reality stories. And it's really interesting because there is something about becoming an entrepreneur. Anyone here is a founder? Just raise your hand so I can see you creating technology. You know, you need to raise money. Performing on stage is an important element. It helps you win big checks, really big checks. And even if you come to investors, you might want to take the role of the investor. You want to understand their point of view. So again, play is a serious business. And I realized, you know, during the pandemic, that basically we are shifting. There is a shift because, you know, remote work and anything beyond this universe, the metaverse, the young generations, they don't just like properties and products, they like experiences, right? The experience economy. But really interesting, the experience economy was shifting towards something. I thought, we don't just want to be entertained, we don't just want to be in experiences, we want to be the hero of the experience. The customer wants to become the protagonist. I don't want George Clooney to sell me something. No, I want to be George Clooney. Thank you, George. So we are actually entering a space where you are the hero. Now, what does it mean if you take play seriously? What does this shift mean for you if you use role play for transformation? Especially for us, people who are working with extended reality, artificial intelligence. We always thought, yeah, VR is the empathy machine. But now, in the last year, we have artificial intelligence, and I'm asking, where is this going to take us, right? Is the robots and the AI going to take our jobs? Yes. It's actually a good thing. So here's a story. You know, in Russian, robota is work, right? So the robots are going to take the mundane work. Anyone seen Charlie Chaplin working on the assembly lines, right? And freaking out? That's what's happening to us. The assembly lines became our Chrome browser with all those tabs and the Excel sheets, and that's it. This mundane work, the AI is going to take care of. So now, counterintuitively, it sounds funny, but we're going to actually play. AI is going to help us focus on EI, emotional intelligence. So when we create products, especially with artificial intelligence, how can we focus on human flourishing? And this is what the play economy is for me. So this play economy, what is it? It's a mindset to take play seriously. It could also be an era. Look, I grew up in Israel. Things are not really good, as we know. How do we change moving from the fear economy into a play economy? This is in our hands. Us here, the ones watching it at home, how are we going to change, create products that help us to become better human beings? So I came up with some solution. I don't know, maybe you take it, it might help you. Let's see. I call it the play economy framework. And it's based on a framework that I really appreciate called design thinking, right? In design thinking, you have 5 stages that helps you to discover your customer and to prototype quickly, because you don't want to build something that people don't want. The only problem I find with it that we usually talk about the customer. We talk with the customer. But what happens if we talk as the customer? Instead of just empathizing, can we actually become? How do we use method acting? Anyone knows method acting? This is what Al Pacino uses when he becomes the Godfather, right? Like, how do you actually become a character? You don't just act it out in a technical way. You let it take over you. So I do these funny workshops I call Actorpreneur. I help entrepreneurs to method act their customer. We sit in circles and we do an exercise that is called hot seat. So I ask you, as a customer, can you please tell me your name? Can you tell me what's your problem? And I go deeper and deeper to understand the world of the customer. So many insights come from this exercise. You collect the data, but becoming and experiencing the customer helps you to prioritize your features, helps you to position your branding and your marketing to your customer in a way that you really understand them from inside. You don't just think from the head, you think from the stomach. So when we define what are the pain points, usually we create what's called a customer journey. The customer becomes aware of my product. He buys my product. But again, it's not just about you or your product. It's about the customer. The play economy makes the customer into a hero. So instead of just defining it, we create what's called a character arc. Anyone heard about the hero's journey? You know, Star Trek, Star Wars, they have like this big adventure, the hero goes into a quest. Let's take this process into the customer journey and customer development. So the customer is in their ordinary world, and then you come in as their guide. Again, it's not about you. You are not the hero. The customer is the hero. So you are there to guide them through their own transformational journey for their own well-being, right? So there's different points from the meeting with the guide, the call to adventure, the threshold, the reward that they bring back into the world. So if your product is guiding them and giving them a positive impact, how can they take something from your product back into their life and enrich their environment with your product? Okay, now we have a good understanding of the pain point of our customer, and we want to understand what are the solutions. We will take a whiteboard and we will do a brainstorming meeting. Forget about it. Let's do some improv session. Bring the friends together, bring your colleagues together, and you improvise. You go beyond your comfort zone. You try to understand what is completely out and bonkers ideas that you will now improvise and try to bring in as solutions. So you have some crazy solutions, and thankfully, we are in the stage of AI. So instead of just prototyping, we can actually stage them. You can use generative AI to come up with a quick concept of your prototype, and then bring it and stage it in an environment. And that's where virtual reality and 3D environments really help us. We can put our futuristic bicycle in a 3D environment of a shop and just, see how it feels, see the context. It's very important to understand the environment of where our product lives, the experience that it lives inside. Last point. Now we want to test it out. I call it playtest, or in the world of theater, it's an open rehearsal. Now that we have our 3D virtual reality environment, we can bring in our customers, and we can role play with our customers. Any one of you ever been in a situation where you don't actually have the product ready, but you find yourself pitching it? Right, mostly. This is how it is in the world of startups. So this is okay. This is why the play economy framework is for. We prototype quickly, and we stage environments with customers, and we present it like the product is already there. And we use role play to actually play test and understand if there is a need for our product in the market. Those are the 5 stages of the play economy framework. Now, a framework helps us to create products that people not only need, but they can use for their own well-being, right? How do we use AI in an ethical, responsible way to create human flourishing? Now, let's imagine that more than a mindset and a framework, a play economy is an era that we can all move into. We use play and role play, and we take it seriously. Now, let's go through several verticals where play could be used in a serious way. And when I mean play, I don't mean just gaming and gamification. I mean embodying a character, becoming someone. In retail, anyone likes to do shopping here? I figured. It's not fun. And it's not for nothing that shopping malls are dead, right? We feel like that we need more of the experiences. So imagine shopping malls and shops where you go into adventures and you come back not only with products, but with friends. Oh, mommy, I just went to the shopping mall and I came back with some 2 friends. How can you bring social, playful encounters into a shopping experience? Imagine a camping shop where you go into adventures and quests, where you put on a mixed reality headset, walk between the aisles, and you discover environments where you play with. And suddenly, a shop character is coming in, like a little tiger, and is bringing you into your experience. So we use AI in a playful manner in this quest for shopping. Same thing in the space of health. We know that virtual reality, augmented reality, can help us in training. But what's really interesting is emotional intelligence training. Can we help doctors to understand the perspective of their patients? Can we put them in their experience and create more empathy toward their situation so they know how to talk to them better? Same thing in the space of wellness. We have a lot of wellness guru. We have a lot of people who talk to us about meditate and do yoga and you'll be fine. And then they go to the street and they shout on each other. How do we create wellness experiences that are true, that are transformative? I imagine in the play economy, we'll have social connection gyms, social muscle gyms, places where we go in to work on our emotional intelligence, to try out different scenarios, because there's something interesting in stepping into another person's shoes. The same thing goes to travel. Anyone saw the movie Total Recall, when Arnold Schwarzenegger is becoming a secret agent? When we go to travel, we always have this secret desire to become something, to become someone else. I see this trend already happening in experiential tourism, and I think this is where the space of travel will go to. We'll travel somewhere not just to the place, but also to become someone else. The same goes for real estate and any other industry that requires to try out before you buy. Simulation, is a big thing. It's going to become a huge industry. And if we think about real estate, it would be wonderful to try out a house before I buy it. I want to see how long it will take me to drive my kids to school, to know where I do my shopping, where I take my wife into a restaurant. I want to experience the life in this house before I buy it. In education, the experience is already happening. We see there's an amazing school in Denmark that teaches kids that cannot go into the normal framework how to become someone. It's called experiential learning. For example, we want to talk about the stock market crisis in 2008, and we ask the kids, you're going to be the press, you're going to be the broker, you're going to be the lawyer, and on Monday, you're going to learn your role, and on Friday, you're going to perform your role. And the results are astonishing. Learning through playing and role-playing is a huge thing, and here, in the immersive industry, we have a big part to play. Entertainment would change dramatically. We won't just come to a show, we will be part of the show. Like Rocky Horror Picture Show, everywhere. We will become part of the interaction, both in film, both in theater, and also in music. The job market will change dramatically when play will be taken seriously. We will have roles that will be like a meditation guide in virtual reality, right? We will have actors in virtual spaces taking us hand in hand and going through the whole experience. Lastly, is activism. We talk a lot about commerce. As I said, I come from Israel, and I always wonder, how can we actually change the political reality? How can we make people understand, step into another person's shoe? The elections now in the States, there's such a big polarization. How can we use role play to create what I call experiential activism? When you actually enter a perspective by being there, experiencing it, and changing your point of view. So there's a lot of ideas running in the play economy. It's like I told you in the beginning, this is a bit of a pooh, and maybe it's a lot. But I try to make it all simple, so I'm very proud to present to you my first ever prototype of the guide to the play economy. This is actually the first ever prototype of this book. Any collectors here in the house? Anyone collecting? This is a collector piece. Yeah? Raise your hand if you want to collect a piece. Okay, going once. Going twice? Going first. Very good. So if you want, I would be happy to share with you this first prototype. I just put it yesterday on Amazon, just for the friends here to be able to collect it. I will take it off. As I said, it's a prototype. In this book, I'm trying to explain this vision for the future. But honestly, until this moment right now, it's been in my head. So I'm very excited to be able to share this, because it's nothing without you. In order for the play economy to happen, in order for us to move from the economy of fear to the economy of play, we have to start as a movement. We have to believe together. And since I know nobody is reading books those days, I did a little experiment. I did a little prototype. So if you catch me just after this talk, I created an AI app that personalized this book to you. So you type in some facts about yourself, about your future self, 10 years from now, and it will personalize the guide to the play economy to your case, and it will tell you your future in the play economy. And this is the spirit of the play economy. It's about participation. It's about co-creation. It's about immersion. I am Ronen, and this is my vision for the future. I hope that you share it with me, and I hope that you will find your role in the play economy. Thank you very much for your time. Now, I know that I've been quite fast, and I left a few minutes for a little interaction. So,
please, feel free.
If I may, I would like to try some with you. You guys want to try something? We have 3 more minutes. You want to try something? Yeah? It's a collaborative focus. Okay, first of all, thank you so much for this. I've been so excited to do this, and I hope it makes sense. Does it make sense? A little bit. Okay, thank you. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like you to experience it, because there's one thing about talking about something, that there's something about experiencing. Everyone, one moment. Close your eyes, please. Close your eyes with me. I want you to imagine someone who is giving you money. Okay, this person is either your client, or your boss, or your investor. I want you to imagine their face, to remember their name, okay? You got it? Raise your hand if you got it. Okay, very good, everyone. I want you now to open your eyes, go to the person next to you, and present yourself as this person. And I want you to have a little conversation when you ask each other some questions, and you slowly try to go to the deep pain point that this person has. Okay? So, everyone ready? I give you 2 minutes. Let's do it to the person next to you. Present yourself as this person. Are you all ready? Let's do it. Over here. Very good. Yes? Yes? Hello, my name is? Okay. Turn around. Film. Don't stay alone. Make sure to talk with someone. You only play once, then you die. Yes. Who gives you the money? Yeah, speak as the one who gives you the money. Your client, your investor. Very good. Talk as this person. Yes, exactly. Speak as your customer to your colleague. Exactly. Just for the last minute, can we take a microphone to ask? Is it working? Switch it on. Okay, beautiful. Everyone, come back to me for a second. We can continue this. Everyone, come back. Cyril, can you come back on stage, please? I would like to ask you quickly for the experience. So, who have you been?
I have been the owner of the German theme park Europa Park and asked him if the software solution really saves time and money and if it's already working.
Okay, and how was the experience to jump into play?
Not brutal.
Not brutal. Okay, beautiful. Anyone had an interesting insight? Please, Alex. How was your play game?
We had fun. We did it with 3 people.
3 people in the interaction. Insightful. Beautiful. Okay, so I want to thank you again for the experience. And again, the most important thing is at least what you brought a little smile on everyone's face and woke up this room. This is beautiful. I would love to tell you more and share more. If anyone is interested, you can catch me in the conference. I'll give you a copy and a signed copy of the book. I'll give you the interactive book. And I'm happy to talk more about the Entrepreneur Workshop. Thank you so much again, and have a beautiful day. Thank you.